By day, he taught honesty. By night, he destroyed lives. But one file changed everything. Before we start, I'd love your support to reach 1,000 subscribers. It means the world. Everyone in the town of Grayford thought they knew Daniel Harper. By day, Daniel was the kind of man people trusted. He worked as a high school history teacher, always calm, always smiling. He stayed late to help struggling students. He carried books under his arm and spoke about honesty and responsibility like they were sacred laws. But by night, Daniel became someone else. When the sun went down, Daniel didn't go home. He drove past his quiet street, past the houses with warm yellow lights, and into the darker part of the city. There he changed his clothes. The neat shirts became black jackets. The polite teacher disappeared behind a cold, unreadable face. At night, Daniel was known as Raven. Raven was a ghost in the underground world. No one knew his real name. No one knew where he came from. He was hired to steal secrets, break into offices, and expose powerful people. Some said he did it for money. Others said he did it for revenge. The truth was something only Daniel knew. For 2 years, Daniel lived these two lives perfectly. Until one night, everything cracked. It started with a simple job. Raven was hired to break into a private research company that was rumored to be hiding illegal experiments. He slipped inside easily, moving through hallways like a shadow. But when he opened one of the hidden files on their server, his blood went cold. On the screen was a name he never expected to see. His own Daniel Harper. The file showed photos of him, his school, his house, and his daily routine. Someone had been watching him, studying him, and worse, they knew about Raven. Suddenly, the lights in the room turned on. A voice echoed behind him. "You're very hard to track, Mr. Harper." Daniel turned slowly. A man in a gray suit stood there, calm and confident. He smiled like someone who already knew the ending of the story. "My name is Victor Lane," the man said, "and I run this company." Daniel's heart pounded. "You're experimenting on people," Daniel said. "Your secrets are about to be exposed." Victor laughed quietly. "You think I'm afraid? I didn't bring you here to stop you. I brought you here to hire you." Daniel narrowed his eyes. "For what?" Victor walked closer. "To work for me. Not as Raven the thief, but as Raven the weapon." Daniel understood. Victor didn't want his secrets stolen. He wanted his enemies destroyed. "I don't work for criminals," Daniel said. Victor smiled wider. "Daniel, you already are one." With one click, Victor pulled up another screen. It showed footage of Raven breaking into buildings, stealing files, running through the night. "If this video goes public," Victor said, "your students will see it. Your friends, your family, your entire life will burn." Silence filled the room. Daniel had spent years exposing lies, and now his own life was the biggest one. Victor leaned in. "You'll do 3 jobs for me. After that, I erase everything." Daniel had no choice. The next weeks were hell. By day, Daniel stood in front of his class, teaching about heroes and truth. By night, Raven did Victor's dirty work: blackmail, sabotage, destruction. Each job pushed him deeper into darkness. And then came the final task. Victor called him in and said, "For your last job, I want you to destroy someone very important to me." Daniel opened the file. The target was a woman named Emily Harper, his sister. Daniel felt the air leave his lungs. Emily was the only family he had left. She had raised him after their parents died. She believed Daniel was a good man, a teacher, a role model. Victor watched his reaction closely. "Do this," Victor said, "and you walk free." That night, Daniel stood outside Emily's house. Lights were on inside. He could see her moving in the kitchen, making tea, living a peaceful life, unaware of the storm standing at her door. For the first time in years, Raven felt fear. Daniel took off his black jacket. He didn't go inside. Instead, he made a decision that would destroy one life to save another. He went back to Victor's office. Victor looked surprised. "Did you finish the job?" Daniel stepped forward calmly. "No, I finished something better." Daniel hit a button on his phone. Screens around the room lit up. All of Victor's files, his illegal experiments, his blackmail network, his crimes, uploading, broadcasting, exposing. Victor's smile vanished. "You can't do this," Victor shouted. Daniel looked him in the eyes. "You taught me something, that secrets are power, so I'm taking yours." Security rushed in. Police sirens filled the night. Victor was arrested. Daniel disappeared. Weeks later, Grayford heard the news. A powerful criminal network had been destroyed by an unknown hacker called Raven. No one ever connected Raven to the quiet teacher Daniel Harper. And Daniel, he never went back to school. Instead, he left the city, started over, not as a teacher, not as a criminal, just as a man who finally chose one life instead of two.